Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. There's a lot of different bouncing and types of energy that I feel within the environment around me and even within me. And I believe that this isn't just happening with me or for me, but I believe that it's happening with and for the majority of light beings that are experiencing humanity, right, on Earth. And the best way to understand how it is that you could interact in a more positive, effortless, natural flow with the energy is to remember that you are energy. You're made of energy. Everything about you is all energy. What you see on the outside, the flesh, the bones, right? That houses most of your internal energy. But because we don't really see energy's on another wavelength, if you will, where, there's a whole bunch of transmissions being carried or sent through the airwaves, whether it be sound or sight, even smell, like sensation. And we're able to identify with all of these because our energy field is responding with the energies that are within the fields that surround us. And our energy is also dancing around within us for a multitude of reasons. We're running into the spring, the change of seasons, the new calendar came into play. If you resonate with the old way of reading the calendar and the original Chinese zodiacs, and they start in mid-February. We actually just entered, or today, maybe if it's the 17th, should be the first day of the fire horse, which is another form of energy. And when we look at spring equinox, which is coming in just a few weeks, then we'll be able, or a month actually, we'll be able to truly harness the renewal energies that are around us. But until we get to a spot of bliss, it may feel a little bit tension filled or anxious, layered, or maybe something is there that you just can't put your finger on. That's your energy off keel. And it's not because you're not doing your best, it's because there's so much movement within the solar system, within the planets moving around, within the earth itself, with everything that's been going on to the planet for the last 200 years. And the damage is being I don't want to say shaken off, but it's being balanced out. It's being evened, if you will. The yin and the yang, the swing of the pendulum, the good and the bad, that whole balance thing has to be level and even. And that we're walking into that. All of this jumping around in chaos and, breaking illusions and, misguided information coming to the surface, what was once, led to trap you is now the knowledge you need to free you. You know what I mean? And there's a little bit of turbulence. The Creator says hello, but wants you to remember that when you hold on to a grounding, balanced energy within your own self, that it will be easier for you to stay grounded and stay balanced within the other energy that still may be chaotic around you, that has not yet maneuvered or straightened out, tamped out the bumps, if you will, or learned how to navigate them in order to achieve benefits and not rises and falls, right? Because a bump comes up to the top, it then drops to the bottom. So if everything is level and even, then it's an easier path to walk. Unless you realize that when you're up on that bump, you're looking to see, what could be up front, but understanding that you still need to go down into the trenches, meaning maybe peel away your inner layers and find yourself, or help your neighbor, or just hold your energy vibration up in order to get the clear sailing on that lower level, and not that you fell, but that you are gathering up the tools that you need from surface level and bringing everything of value up to the top, right? Up to the realms, the higher spirits. Just beyond the gate to where we came from. And the best way to be able to stay grounded, even to bring more remembrance back to your essence, to allow your inner divinity to completely wake up within you and brighten every part of you from the inside out, right? From the outside in. Water holds memory. And the water is indigenous to this planet, and it has every memory, it has every emotion, it has every speck of what once was, good, bad, or indifferent, to be able to harness the positive learning lessons and gained value, to use that to remember who you are, where you came from, and that you don't belong to a trap, to a limited space, that you've always had the ability to claim your right, to claim your fire, and to say, no, you don't agree. And that you're going to hold love and light and sovereignty, and you're going to go in a balanced, harmonized state, and you're going to go through your gate. You're going to go back home to the beyond. Well, beyond here, to the realm that we came from before it was severed and cut in two. But what I can tell you is that if you don't have access to water, to the memory, like a body of it, like a lake or a sea, right? An ocean, a reservoir, a pond. What you can do is turn on the faucet, and you can talk to your water, as silly as it may sound, but call the water back to you. Remember the water and allow it to remember you. Because it's not you that the water is remembering. It's remembering your energy, your light essence, the flame that lives within you. And when you can balance your fire in a balanced state and not get extinguished by the water, then you would have found another level of awareness, would have risen in your ascension. And if you rather step outside and talk to a tree, sit up against it, you don't have to hug it, although it would do benefit. But if you sit against it, then you're still absorbing the power and the energy from the tree. Talk to the tree. Remember your roots. Remember your essence before your body. And when you migrate through the different energies that may be pulling or tagging at you, the energies that are trying to suppress and hold you back, because true loving energy will always wait for you and give you the ability to use your free will in order to choose the best road that would bring you to your highest achievements, your greatest rewards. You know, the effort that you put in, the positive movements that you make, the love that you share, the compassion that you offer is all returned. And it's returned not only as much as you gave, as long as you gave it without expecting to receive anything, but sharing the high vibration that uplifting another energy offers, right? But the divine sees all this. And so does the air. And so does the wind. And everything that you do that's positive and pure is always returned to you. Sometimes when you don't expect it, and sometimes when you need it the most. Let this be one of those times, and let across the airwaves send to you from the divine to me, wrapped in a bow, specifically for you, the encouragement that you need in order to find a grounding position within your temple, in your energy field, to allow you to stay grounded, balanced, and harmonized with the chaos that could be in energy not yet healed, that may be around you. It takes a very strong soul, a very united light essence to see the potential, but to realize what the mask is and to reject it and look toward the truth and the harmony within a balanced position where you can have the best of both worlds right now, right here. And it starts with how you perceive your position. And if you're happy with the movements that you're making and the road that you're paving, the direction in which you're going. There could be unseen hiccups that come up along the way. I'm experiencing them right now. But that's because at one point I wasn't looking. I didn't know I should. But I always remembered. I always remembered the direction. So no matter what obstacles come my way, whether I see them, feel them, sense them, or they just land in front of me like a big explosion, growth and development happens on how you respond to each and every trial. And doing that from a grounded, balanced place will always give you more insight and a higher position to gather and begin again. You're not beginning from the surface level, you've already ascended. And it's not that you're on top of a mound. It's that you already built your road. And your vibration elevated your circumstances, your timeline, and provided to you new, heightened, enlightened paths waiting for you to discover. That's where I am. And I aspire that my path will be heightened, enlightened, and timelessly new time frames will appear. and I will be walking into them, carrying everyone with me, leading to grandeur, to greater glory. Remember who you are, and pull your fire, your light essence, harness your fire for positive growth, and balance your energy. Meaning, control all of you, your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, your responses, your reactions. Reflect before you move. Gather your insight. Make sure that what you feel isn't a facade, but that it's true and that it's real. The Matrix likes to fool you. Don't get caught in illusion. I can help you there. I can help you on every step of your journey, because the one thing that I've always been able to see is debauchery. Things that aren't light and right, they always land dark and hard right at my step. But it's not to stop me. It's to help me grow, to gather more knowledge, more wisdom. And that's not just to help me. It's because everybody lives individual lives with different situations, scenarios, and dilemmas. And in order for me to be able to understand, to relate, to flip that around, I need to experience it so that I can be the poster child of what could be done when you flip your mindset. Even if situations cross your path that you never once thought would ever come into your yard. Been there and done that. Still going through that. But that's okay. Because I am growing, I am evolving, and I am blossoming and blooming into the best version I could certainly be. And I am very happy, delighted, and thrilled to be me. Like I am sure that when you find your inner divinity, you will feel the same about yourself, if you don't already. I can't wait to hear your stories. Do reach out. Send me a wire. Give me a shout. Sharing, interconnectivity is always positive. It's always uplifting, because there's always lessons to be learned. Because we are not the only energy here. We are just one energy amongst so many that are worthy, that have a story. You have a story, and you are worthy, and I cannot wait to be introduced to you. Call me. I already left you my link. I'm sending you an invitation. Now it's your turn to take the chance and to venture over to my side. I'll meet you at the middle. We'll talk, we'll chat, we'll have some tea and hang a while. See what light we could share, what path we can uncover, what warmth we can provide, and what worthiness I can remind you of, that you and you alone possess. Love and light.